Eagles cornerback Darius Slay asked who he thought the most underrated wide receiver in the NFL was.
He really the one that's really be slept on. He been a consistent receiver for since he been in the league and been dominating, routing folks up. He really the only receiver that really I truly think that has a true route tree as it can run all the routes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys got special ability to be running faster, or somebody that's 6'6", 6'5", can just moss you because he's bigger than you. But Amari Cooper, off the line of scrimmage, he's amazing. After the catch, he's amazing. He can attack the ball. So I really be thinking he's the most unappreciated receiver in the league. But
I would agree. That's a great answer. And I don't know if you saw that game of catch him and Flacco had when they played the Texans. I think it was
yes,
bro, they were just playing catch out there.
Oh, I'm talking about and getting groovy.
It was amazing. I mean, anybody that doubts what he just said, go watch Amari Cooper and watch how Amari Cooper makes every quarterback better. He's played with a bunch of different guys. So
that's he does. And people and I'm seeing right now that Cleveland don't want to pay him. They need to pay that man that money.
Pay that man.
Let's welcome in Scott Petrak. He is the Browns beat reporter for the Elyria Chronicle Telegram. You can check out his stuff, brownzone.com. Scott, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I certainly understand Amari Cooper's position in it.
Yeah, and I think Slay's right. I think Amari Cooper is underappreciated. He's probably underpaid given how the receiver market has really skyrocketed. Now, the Browns thought they were getting a great deal when they traded for Cooper from the Cowboys. They inherited that 5-year, $100 million deal. And they loved that they were only, quote marks, paying him $20 million. Well, all of a sudden, Cooper sees he's in the last year of his contract. He just turned 30, wants some more money. And I understand that. But it's a difficult situation, given the contract, given his age, on what the Browns are going to do.
Yeah, so along those lines, this one is from The Athletic. NFL contracts to watch for with each and every NFL team. Browns, obviously, they say Amari Cooper. They're speculating here. He's likely looking for something like the $35 million in guaranteed Mike Evans has last spring ahead of his age 31 season, or maybe the $50 million Tennessee gave to Calvin Ridley, who's 6 months younger than Cooper. The Browns have the money to give Cooper a raise now, but future years could be complicated. And when they say that $50 million, that would be over a couple of seasons. He has no guaranteed money, and so I get it. I get why he wouldn't come to camp and risk getting hurt. They got to figure something out, and I think they will. This front office has been pretty good about finding ways to structure contracts for guys that they want.
Yeah, it has. And that's why if I were betting on it, I'd bet that they figure something out. But it's not easy. And again, I'll bring up the age. And, if they wanted, if Amari Cooper were 27, they would have this deal done by now. The Browns would want him as their number one receiver, and they pay him big money for the extension. But the fact that he's 30, I think it really complicates things. You look at the last 2 seasons. Now, they were really good seasons. I think it was a career high in receiving yardage last year, but he was banged up at the end of both those years. And you just wonder if you're the Browns, do you continue to pay this guy near the top of the market when he's going to be 31, 32, 33 if you extend him? It's a tough decision for the organization. I really think it is. They could play hardball and say, hey, come to camp and play 1 year, and then we'll figure it out after. You become a free agent at 31. And then I doubt Cooper gets a huge deal. So I think both sides are going to have to compromise in order for this thing to get done.
The one thing that concerns me, I look at the guys behind Cooper, and it's none of them excite me. I mean, there's potential. Don't get me wrong. I see the potential in Moore. I see the potential in Jeudy. The production concerns me.
Well, there's not a number one receiver, right, behind Cooper. And Jeudy, Denver drafted Jeudy to be that number one guy, but he hasn't played like a number one. And the Browns' contract extension to Jeudy doesn't pay him like a number one, right? I think it's $17 million, something like that. That's a number 2 receiver in today's market. So that's where, in my opinion, Cooper's leverage is the production he's had, The fact that there's no true number one behind him, and I don't think the Browns have a way of finding a replacement number one receiver. And this is a huge year for the Browns, right? You're counting on building on the playoff trip of a year ago. You expect Deshaun Watson to be healthy and better, and you're trying to support him as best as possible. And that includes Amari Cooper. There's no getting around that.